one is the most problematic one? You see in this option here, compact alpha is item deleted. The highest one is the most problematic one. Yeah? The highest one is the most problematic one. Understand? Okay? So once you run your reliability analysis, 20 questionnaire, then you run this. Then you will see whether the question is good or not. And to see whether which one is good or not, see the highest one here. Yeah? Okay, yeah? Now I think let's move to the next analysis. We already finished the mean analysis just now, right? So what should we find here? According to the mean analysis, our next objective is what? To find what? What do we need to find? Which one we need to find? What is our objective now? We already know our mean analysis, which is looking at the CS, customer satisfaction here. There's customer satisfaction here says that number 5, which is slightly agree. Okay? It's grouped into disagree group, and this is disagree group. Meaning that here, when they are here, it means they are satisfied. Now, let's conclude. It means that our next objective is to find the reason why they are satisfied by looking at here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Understand? That is all about this one. Yeah? Our what call it one? Framework. So yeah? Now. Come here. Okay, the next one, yeah? Oh, before that, I would like to say thank you to everybody, yeah? Dr. Lena, kindly join us in the class. Okay, so next, we are going to the next most important one, also most confusing one. We call it correlation analysis. Yeah? So there are so many people say once you run correlation, why you need to run regression? So we have to put inside our mind 2 words: correlation, regression. Correlation, regression. Okay? But you have to remember these 2 things, they are different totally from each other. Totally different 120,000%. Yeah? So it means that you run correlation, run regression. You run regression, you run correlation. Totally different, which I'm going to explain to you. What's the difference, why we run it, and how can those things help us to find the reason why they satisfy or not? They satisfy or not? Satisfy. How do we know they satisfy? Using which analysis? Mean analysis. Okay. Thank you. Now, let's go to analyze. And this time, we start with the correlation. Analyze correlation, then we choose bivariate. Yeah, number 1, bivariate. The partial and distances, that's one actually for another reason. We want to find maybe impact, we want to find effect, then we run this one. But this bivariate because we want to see relationship. Yeah? Now, what we need to do, okay, we use this. Still, but I don't want to confuse you, therefore we only take the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, IV and EV, the other 2, which is word of mouth, okay, and the BI just now, this one later, because this one is mediator, which is going to show you later how. Okay, so like always, choose all these 5, and then you put it there, in the variables, don't change anything, just okay. Okay, then we come up with the correlation table. Yeah? So the correlation table, my friend, we only have to see this part here, CS, which is customer satisfaction, because that is the DV. Yeah, dependent variables, right? Only that one, because if you see here, okay, SQ is the same. It's the same with this one. So no need to see. Yeah? So this one is just redundant of this one. So only look at here. Okay. Correlation. Another word for correlation is relationship. Another words, correlate, relate. Correlate is the same words with relation, related. Yeah? Now correlation means related, correlation. But here they say this direct relationship, direct correlation. They call it direct. Remember these words for correlation. Yeah, because it's very, very synonym. Now, when we talk about direct, yeah, it means that when we look at the result of the FQ, which is food quality here, yeah, it came up with the result of Pearson correlation and significancy, which is also called, yeah, Pearson correlation and significancy here. Here, significancy also called p-value. Pearson correlation is not p-value. Yeah, even though it starts with Pearson p, so it's not p-value. P-value is significant. Okay, understand? Yeah, so if you go to YouTube later and then you see, yeah, the explanation say p-value is not Pearson correlation. It's Pearson correlation is Pearson correlation. Yeah, significancy is called p-value. Okay, now when we go here, right, when it run and then came up with this result here, it doesn't care the result of the other variables, doesn't care. It just come out the result of FQ and customer satisfaction. Food quality, customer satisfaction, that's all. It's different from the regression analysis. Regression analysis, when it run the analysis, it consider all the other results first before it came out. It means regression is not direct. Regression is average. Understand? Correlation equals to direct relationship. Regression, it means average. That's why if you would like to see which of these factors here, the strongest affecting the dependence, we cannot see on the correlation. We see on the regression. Then why correlation is important? It is like that. I will show you now. Okay, in order to see whether this correlation is affecting the dependence or not, they have three conditions. Number one, when we talk about correlation, is relationship. So number one, we have positive relationship. Okay? I forgot to spell relationship. Yeah? Being in the relationship for so long already. Yeah? So I forgot. Okay? Relationship. Positive relationship, we have negative relationship, and we have no relationship. These are the three conditions for the correlations. Yeah? Take the notes. Take a picture. Okay? These are three conditions. Now, yeah? Let's see. How do we detect positive, negative, and no relationship, and what does it mean? First one, yeah? When we would like to see this result, we only see these two, Pearson correlation and also the p-value. So, when we see the Pearson correlation, the regulation, yeah, says that in order for us to see, okay, whether it's negative, positive, or no relationship, we only see on the Pearson correlation, yeah? On the Pearson correlation only. Yeah? Only the Pearson correlation can show whether the relationship is positive, negative, or no relationship at all. Okay, take notes, yeah? Okay? Now, here, Pearson correlation, it says in order for it to having a positive relationship, focus on the positive relationship first. This value here must be higher than 0.3. Higher than 0.3. 0.3 and higher. So, if here is 0.3, positive relationship. What is positive relationship means? Listen. Positive relationship means if the food quality increase, customer satisfaction increase. That is positive relationship. Okay. Now we have the second condition, which is negative relationship. Negative relationship is easy. It will show a negative sign here. But nothing here lah. So when it's negative relationship, easy. When the food quality increase, customer satisfaction decrease. And we reach to the last condition, which is no relationship at all, as simple as if it's lower than 0.3. No relationship. It means if the food quality increase, nothing happens to the customer satisfaction. Yeah? Correlation analysis. With that? Now, we move to the second one, which is p-value. Then what's the usage of p-value? Because we already have Pearson correlation here.
Mr. Rahman,
Yeah.
so if you want to report,
Yeah.
we have to start with the food quality or you have to start with the customer satisfaction?
Thank you. Very good question. Yes. Okay, we start with the food quality.
Start with the independent variable.
Yes, independent variable. Started from here. Thank you. Correct. We start from the food quality first when we want to put the report. It means that, okay, food quality, okay, if it's increase, customer service satisfaction increase. When it's having a positive relationship, which the person correlation value higher than 0.1. Anyway. Remember, you cannot use this one to determine which one is the strongest affecting the customer satisfaction. Even though here shows 0.7 on the PE, which is physical environment. Why? Yeah? Because it's not fair to the analysis. Okay, second one, we have what? Significance here, my friend. Also called p-value. So we run over the Pearson correlation, which is we already know whether it's related or not. But then why we have to run significance? Significance, another word for significant is important. Important, whether it's important or not. Then you want to ask if it's related, then it's important lah. True or not? If it's important, then it's related lah. Then why should we see this one? Wrong. If it's related, doesn't mean it's significant. If it's related, doesn't mean it's important. If it's important, doesn't mean it's related. I will prove to you. Example. Now, this is, in order for us to see whether it's significant or not, this value here must be lower. Again, must be lower. Significance here must be lower than 0.01. You also can choose 0.05. Then people ask them, which one should we choose? Depends on your answer here. If most of them is 0.00 like this, choose 0.01. If so many here 0.06, 0.04, 0.03, then choose 0.05. As simple as that. Why you want to so particular which one to choose? Understand? Depends. Okay? Now, from here, which one we choose? We choose 0.01. As long as it's lower than 0.01, it means that this food quality, PF, PE, SQ, is important to the CS. Again, back to the question, why we have to run why we need to know is it significant or not? Since we already know it's related or not. Imagine in this way. Yeah? So you have someone, a singer that you like. Yeah? Sometimes some people, yeah, when they have someone they idol, singer, okay? So it's going to impact their life so much, So you are going to follow the way they dress, the way this singer walk, talk, speech, and everything lah, because you like that one so much, right? Now, you and that singer, right? Okay? You to that singer is actually important. That singer is important to you. Understand? But I want to ask you one question. Does that singer related to you? No. Why? Because that singer doesn't even know you. You are not even friend to that singer. Understand, guys? But that singer is important to you because why? That's why you buy all these albums. That's why you follow whatever he dressed, the way he dressed, his fashion and everything. That's the difference between the correlation and significance here. It means that even though you are related, doesn't mean you are significant. That's why there are so many letters in your data. Here is related but not significant, and you're burning. Why? But in this answer here, fortunately, they are related, they are important. Yeah? And please remember, doesn't mean that if it's not related and it's not significant, it means it's wrong. Please remember that. For me, it's better if none of them are related or significant. This means that you have research. This means that you have something to argue. But here is boring. Understand? Right? So if there's no significance, no relationship, all is better. Good. Very good. Yeah? So you have to be proud of your research. You have something to argue. It's not boring at all. There's some student actually, what to do? Not related, no significance. Go to the data, change, and run again. Become worse. Okay? Understand? As long as the reliability is already there, as long as the reliability is more than 0.6, 0.7, this one is reliable. Yeah? That's why we have to run the problem alpha first. And understand already on the correlation? Good. Now, let's move to the regression. Yeah? Go back to analyze. And then regression is here. Okay, we go to the linear. Linear means relationship. Linear relationship between the independence and dependence. Yeah? Linear means nothing between them. Nothing is between them. That's linear. Yeah? Yeah? It's straight relationship. Now we go to linear. Once we go to linear, like always, it's very straightforward. Okay, dependent, then we put dependent variables, which is customer satisfaction. Then we put there, and then we have independence there. So choose all the independents, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we move to the independent. Now, then we okay. So allow me to explain to you one by one. Yeah, because when you come up with the table, there are 4 tables there, 1, 2, 3 for the regression and 4. Yeah. Yeah. So if you ask me, yes, some people say it's the most important research. Analysis. I think I agree on that one. Because this is the analysis where you will be able to see which one is the most important, the strongest variables that affecting our dependence. Yeah, out of those 4. Okay, let's see one by one. Now, here, nothing, okay, variables enter remove, nothing, because we don't remove anything variables. Here, model summary, there are several ways to see. Number 1, you see the difference between R square and adjusted R square. If it's not so much different, if it's here 0.5, here 0.5, this means that your data is strong. Here, 0.5, but here 0.4, something wrong with your data. People can argue. Okay, that's one. Number 2, look at the adjusted R square here. Then you can see here 0.561, convert into percentage, become 56%. It means that your independent variables able to explain your dependent variable as much as 56%. Huh? Understand? Very good. It means that your independent variables able to explain your dependent variables 56%. Understand? Look at the adjusted R square here. That's number 1. 2 things you can see here. Compare between these 2 and then look at the adjusted R square. And next one is ANOVA. ANOVA as simple as because all this one here are only the formula to get this significance. So, since this one is lower than 0.01, it means that your independence is important to your dependent. So even though here is 15%, as long as here below 0.01, acceptable. Okay? In terms of regression, yeah? In terms of regression. Don't say this one for overall. No. Regression only. Yeah? Don't say this is for overall, yeah? Overall we have to use this one. So it's not acceptable here and then we have to throw out our research. Because this one is higher than 0.01. No. For regression. Understand already? Yeah, and we move to this what we call the most important one. Yeah? Okay. This is where we will be able to determine which of the dependent or independent variables is the most important to the dependent. Yeah? Way to see it is very easy. Just put here unstandardized coefficients here, B, which is called beta, and find the highest one, which is 0.3. Right? So this is the highest one. I have to inform you what's the meaning of this. Yeah, this is where so if you see here, yeah, 0.3, you can see the significance also is the highest. It's the most significant. Remember, when we talk about significance, it means that it must be lower than 0.01 or 0.05. Yeah? The lower the better. That's the significance. In terms of beta, here the higher the better. Understand? So how do we read this? Notes. Yeah? It means that okay, let's take an example of the highest one, which is physical environment. Remember guys, yeah, even though here physical environment the highest, when we look at the correlation just now is physical environment also the highest, yeah, doesn't mean that your research later is going to be the same. This one is just lucky. Yeah? Later your research, the highest one different on the correlation analysis, on your regression analysis also different. This is very seldom the same. Very seldom. One of 1,000 I think. Okay? Okay. So doesn't mean, yeah? It doesn't mean. Okay. So how do we interpret this one? It means that like this. Listen. It says it means, yeah, when the physical environment increase 0.358, the customer satisfaction increase 1 point. What is that 1 point? I don't know. 1 point. That's what it means. Just now, the correlation says increase only, but we don't know how much point. This one gives you the point. So this regression analysis is very good to see the performance of students. Take an example, we have data. One data is the study hours of students. One data is the CGPA of students. Then we want to see how much CGPA increase when students study for 1 hour. We use regression to see that. Then we will able to make a data set. Oh, students, when they increase, when they study another 2 hours, their CGPA increase 0.07. Example. That's the usage of this regression. But here, because we are not using the direct, we use the social science. So it means that in order to prove it is 0.358. When the PE increase 0.358, the customer satisfaction increase 1 point. And then you remember, yeah, when you see there's a negative here sometimes, right? When you encounter that one, you will encounter that one. It means that, okay, that one, when there's a negative here, you will see significance here. There will be never significance there. Yeah? See that one? It's negative here. Some of you will encounter the negative one. It means that, okay, this one, that one, okay, is the last one of affecting the customer service. Customer satisfaction, sorry. Yeah? So, this is the strongest one, PE, number 1. Number 2 is PF, followed by SQ, and followed by FQ. Right? Now, how do we put it into research to interpret this? Right? How do we interpret this one? According to the regression analysis, the most factor that affecting customer service is physical environment. This is your data. Okay? This is chapter 5. Then you say like this. According to the, Robert 2018 stated that, okay, physical environment has a positive effect or is very significant to the customer satisfaction. It means that your data over there, you have it. Now you have to prove that your data is logic by using the literature review. Understand? That's how you do it. The same also with the correlation just now. But you're still asking a question, then what's the difference still? Tell me between the correlation and regression. I told you already that correlation is direct and regression is average. It's like this. Listen, for you to understand. Correlation analysis, someone come to you, and then they ask you a question. They ask you a question like this. Sir, for you, this restaurant, what are the things that make you satisfied the most? Is it the food quality? Is it the price? Is it the physical environment? Or is it the service quality? Which one? In the correlation analysis, the answer given to you for you to choose. That is correlation analysis. The answer given. Then the answer given is trigger in your mind. Oh, yes. So I think food quality, yes, make me satisfied. Physical price also make me satisfied, and blah and blah. But in the regression analysis, the question or the answer is not given to you. The answer is like this. The question is like this in the regression. Sir, what makes you satisfied about this restaurant? That's all. Then you're going to answer, oh, the one that makes me satisfied, number one is physical environment. Can you see? That is regression. Number two is, service quality. That's why it's different. So, why it's very useful in the research? Because here, my friend, normally, okay, if some of them actually is not related, there are some company, they have the budget and they have the budget and they have the what you call it one? They have the budget, they have the manpower. Okay? They have the budget, they have manpower. So some company, they don't have manpower, they don't have budget. So when they want to increase something, they will only choose the one with the related one. Yeah? Like this case, all related. So mean that they have to choose everything lah. But normally this one, there are so many research. Actually, some of them, maybe 2 or 3, not related at all. Only one. So it means that that company only have to tackle that one problem. Because why? Because they don't have the budget. So they want to target only the one that really related to their problems. Only one. This is correlation. So regression, it means that that company has the budget, has the expertise. They want to target all the problems. And therefore, but they want to know which one is the first we have to target. Followed by which one, followed by which one, followed by which one. That is the usage of the correlation and regression analysis. Totally different. So my advice, do both lah. Okay? And then in terms of research, there are already another 2 data. Oh, another 2 articles that we can produce. Okay. So I think I finished on the correlation and regression. Yeah, because time is very short. Now, I move to these things what we call always. We don't know what to do with our demographic question, right? Like this one, kan? Yeah. Then I go to analyze, I go to descriptive, I go to frequency, and then I go to gender, kan? Find everything. Okay, I have 5 demographic questions, and I run. So I have the result of the frequency analysis here, which now I know how many male and female on my respondent, agree? And I know how many, what are their age group, agree? I know already the ethnic, I know already how often they go to the restaurant, and then which restaurant that actually the most popular. Now I want to ask actually, we know this information, so that's my question. So what should we do? We just report and then done. Alright? It's like no use then with the demographic question. Some of us we even say we put the range of the salary lah, how long they've been working there lah, whether they swim or not. Right? Whether they can fly or not, whether they like Naruto or not, they like Dragon Ball or not. So what? That's my question. Now, in order to make use of this, we use regression analysis. No, we use every analysis in the world. Example. Now, the most simplest one, I want to see gender. Right? Yeah? So I want to see, what is the correlation different between male and female? What's the regression different between male and female? What is the mean analysis different between male and female? I can even run. What is the difference of the compact alpha between male and female? Okay, how to do it? Okay, what you need to do, go to the data here. Example, I want to go for the genders. Yeah, I just go gender. Yeah, I haven't go to age and ethnic. Can you see how many of them? It's why people say data is unlimited. Yeah, because of this. I'll show you. Now, we call it this tabulation analysis. Yeah, tabulation analysis. So I go to the data here. Okay, and I have these select cases there. At the bottom. Yeah, select cases. Now, I have to click this if condition is satisfied. Yeah, you ask me why is that? I don't know why. I just click it. Yeah, and then click that if button. Yeah. So once you click that white button, put gender inside. Okay, and then this gender, first you want to see male. Yeah, it means that you put the sign equal to there, and then do you remember the code of male? 1, right? Females 2, right? Yeah. So you put 1. Once you put 1, then you continue. Once continue and okay. Now, let's see. Once I go to this data here, can you see? Let's see. Yeah? Can you see here? All female are slash. All female are slash. Only male available now. See that? Okay? Only male available. It means that I don't want to see female. I don't see the female, the male only. Now, we run a regression, or we run the compact alpha, we run the mean analysis. Example, I want to run the regression analysis on male only. So I go to analyze, I go to the regression, I go to the linear again, still there, right? So I just run it, and okay. Once I okay, maybe it's still the same, yeah? You can see that still the P is the highest, but the value different already. Okay, and then the second high is not the PF anymore, but the FQ already. It's changed. Yeah, compared to the first one just now. And let's see the male. How to do the male? Go to the data, select cases again. Go to the need options, change to 2. Now we want to see female only. Continue, and then we okay. Let's see the result there. Now male slash only female left, right? So let's go and analyze on the regression, and then go to linear, run it again, and let's go down there. Still, but if we compare this both, yeah, the answer is very strong actually. Yeah? Okay, this is the female just now. Okay, let's put here. Yeah. This is the female. And just go up a bit, and we have the male here. Yeah, we have the male. Okay, female on the top, male on the bottom one. So we want to make a comparison. As we can see here, for female, number 1 is PE, male also PE is number 1. Okay, and then number 2 for male is service quality, but number 2 for female is price fairness. Oh, yeah, of course it makes sense. Alright, remember, I only run on the gender here. I haven't run on the age, and I only run regression analysis. I haven't run on the correlation. I haven't run on the mean analysis and such and such. Imagine how many articles you can produce. Yeah?
Gender differences.
This age differences. I have ethnic, and then I have another one. We have another data which show the if we go to the gender, just now frequency that we have. We have the which Japanese restaurant you always go. Then they say Sushi King. Then we can see the correlation on Sushi King, and then the lowest one is Sushi Key, and the lowest one. Okay, let's run this one, because it looks interesting, right? I want to see Sushi Key. What makes them doesn't want to go here? What makes them not satisfied at all? I can see that. Let's see. I go to data. This one is how often? Which Japanese restaurant? So Sushi Key is number 4, right? Okay, so I go back to the data and I go to the select cases here. I go to the if, and then cancel there. Sorry, go to the if, check out this one. Okay, so which Japanese restaurant? I go here. Okay, equal to 4, right? Then continue. And after that, okay. Now, let's run regression. I go to the linear. Still okay. Let's see. What's the answer there? Not enough respondent. If it's not covered, it's not enough respondent. But you can run on the other ones. The other. Okay, number 1 ka, number 2. Okay, maybe we run another one, last one, before we go to the mediator and moderator. Anyone use mediator, moderator? Oh yes. Then you need this. Mediator, moderator is another article. Select cases. Okay, so let's say we go for number 2. Then we continue. Okay, there. Let's see if it's enough. Regression, linear. Okay. Seems like it's running. We have one negative there for the number 2, which is sushi. What number 2? Sushi ini kan? What number 2 Sushi tea Bukan. Sushi mentai. Sushi mentai, we have negative there. It means that, price fairness, they don't care about their price fairness there on the sushi mentai. It means that the sushi mentai is either they are cheap, right? They are cheap. So it means that they don't care over there. Because it's negative. So no relation there. Understand? That's what it means. Okay? But still, the physical environment is the most important to the customer. Understand? That's another article. Okay. So using the tabulation actually is unlimited. Very, very unlimited. It's up to you now. Which one you want to run and why. But this can be used in order to find the reason why. You can go details. Okay. Now we have to run mediator. Okay, we have time, yeah? Okay, so mediator allow me to make you understand the mediator. Yeah, we have two things. Number one is mediator and moderator. Right now, they are different. Okay, why are they different? Because of their positions in the framework. Okay, we have framework like this. Like this example, we have 3 items. Okay, and then we have this. Yeah, take example. Okay, dependent variable or dependent variable. Okay, easy lah to say. We only have 2 lah. Easy. Yeah, so we will not confuse. Okay, now first mediator. Mediator means, yeah, it's located in the middle here. This is mediator. That's what we call mediator. Middle. Yeah. So it means that your framework will not look like this. Your framework will look like boleh. Yeah? Mediator. So what is mediator? It means that it says the mediator is mediate the relationship between your independent variables and dependent variables. Which mediate means it change the relationship between IV and DV. That's why they call it mediate. It means when you say food quality blah 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 here, these students use mediator of word of mouth. That means that in the middle of that, yeah, in the middle of this framework, they have word of mouth. It means we want to see whether words of mouth is going to change whatever people think about the DV. Whether word of mouth is changed the satisfaction of the customer. That is mediator. Understand? Now, we have another one. We call it moderator. Can we put moderator and mediator together? Can. Oh yes. Don't let anybody tell you cannot. Yeah? So, but in order to not make you confused, then I will not do it. I will not put it together first. I put it differently. Now this is the normal one. When you have moderator outside, and it's become like that. It means moderator means controlling. Just now it's affecting. Mediator affecting the relationship between IV and DV. Moderator is controlling the IV and DV. Controlling means if you put this if you put this moderator, will the relationship become stronger or not? Controlling. Boleh tak? Understand? Yeah? So I repeat. Again, mediating. Mediating, we put it in the middle here. Yeah? Mediating means affecting. So we want to see whether the mediator is affecting the relationship between IV and DV. Is it effect? Right? But in terms of moderating, it's controlling. It means that whether if we put the moderator here, male and female, will the relationship of IV and DV become stronger or weaker? That's it. Mediator and moderator. Now, how to run the analysis? Yes. SPSS, no? Right? Okay. Go back to the file that I gave to you. Yeah? Go back to the file that I gave to you just now. Very tired already. Yeah, mediator moderator is, remember, yeah, we use tabulation. Imagine this, we use tabulation on mediator or moderator. There's another what? 10 articles. Right? Yeah. Okay, so go back to the IBM SPSS. There, can you see there's a words process over here? Okay, so this is additional to your SPSS. We call it process. Now what you need to do, we have to add this one first to your SPSS that you have now. So follow me. Okay, go to your SPSS, go to the add-on. Okay, and then go to the programmability extension here. Oh, sorry. Yeah, correct. No, you have to take the new one. You have to delete this one first. Well, I will check first, yeah. Cannot. Yeah, you have to take the old one, yeah. The new one. You have to open the new one. Yeah, so don't worry. This is for the mediator, yeah. Mediator. There are several ways to run the mediator analysis, but without the process one, okay, it's become very difficult. And this one is the best way. And I give you already, one is free lah. Open the new one. I don't know, open like this can, yeah. You just open new lah like that. Yeah, also can. Okay, cancel. Hopefully I can because I have already. Okay, no problem. Go to the utilities. Even if you open the data, no problem. Okay, go to the utilities and then go to the custom dialogues there and then click install custom dialog. Okay, and then go to the file just now where you put the process. Can you see here? Then double click and then install. Once you install, if you go to analyze, you go to the regression here, you have additional menu called process here. Now you don't have. Can you see? Do you have or not? The one with laptops. You have? Yeah. After you install. Before this you don't have, right? Yes. Yeah? If you don't install that, you don't have. Install first. Boleh? Done, yeah? Okay, now we want to see the mediator. Now we understand the mediator. Right, now we want to see the mediator. Mediator here is word of mouth. So we want to see whether, we will see one only, not enough, yeah? We want to see whether the FQ, which is the food quality, relationship with the customer satisfaction is affected by the mediator, which is word of mouth. People keep talking. Yeah? So how to do it? Regression, go to the process V3.4 by Andrew, Hayes, click. And then can you see variable there? Right? Yeah? It's X and Y. Y and X. Yeah? So Y, what is Y? Y is your independence. Yeah? Salah. Y is your dependent. So find your dependent. CS, your dependent. Put it on the Y. Because it is X and Y. X, Y. Independence, dependence. Yeah? And then go to the X variables, which is FQ just now, which is your independence. Put it there. What is our mediator? What is our mediator? Words of mouth. So we have here, and put it in the mediator here. Yeah? And then we run. Okay, but before that, go to options. Yeah, something that we have to see. Please click the show total effect model. I will show you later. And please click effect size mediation only models. Click these two. And I'll continue and okay. So let's see the result. Hold on, yeah. Oh, 1 minute, 1 minute. Analyze, regression. think we cannot run immediately. So we have to run this. Yeah. And we double check. Oh yeah, this one, the model number. Yeah. We have 3 over there, 23, and then we run. Still can. Okay, they are almost finished. Yeah. Oh yes, come on. Okay, sorry. This came out, yeah? The answer came out. It means that here, you always have to put 4 there. On the regression, processing, here 4, yeah? On the model numbers, yeah? Because actually we need to have the covariables also. Okay, but since we don't run it, we just need it 0. But they want me to put it there. But we can just don't put it, put 4 there. So they will think that you have the covariables, yeah? But we don't run that on the mediator actually. Unless you have the covariable, just another variable to put there. Okay? So no need, don't worry. So we run this one. So the result is here. Go to the below one, and then you only see these two. Total effect of x on y and indirect effects of x and y. Please count for me these words of mouth. Can you see? 0.0100 divide by 0.7663. Can you please calculate for me now? And give me the answer. 0.0100 divided by 0.7663 is how much is it? Yeah, the indirect divided by total effect. Yeah, indirect effect divided by total effect.
0.0130.
0.013. Then convert into percentage. Times 100.
1.3.
1.3. 1%. Having no mediation effect.
How many?
50% and above.
50.
It must be 50% and above. It's having mediation effect. Percent and above. Oh, yeah? Yes. Understand? So it means that the words of mouth doesn't have no mediation at all. It doesn't mediating the relationship between the IP, which is the FQ there towards the customer satisfaction in this one. But I haven't run on the PF, PE and SQ yet. Boleh? I only run one just now.
15.
Yeah?
15 or 50.
50. 100%, 50% above. Having mediation. But some researchers says, yeah, they also can just say 30% effect. No problem. Yeah? And they can say 1% effect. But 1% effect, you cannot say anything. Huh? No effect at all. Okay? Understand? Mediation. Now, let's go moderator. Yeah? Last one, moderator. Okay, moderation effect or moderator effect, a little bit what we call a unique kind of style. Again, what you need to do, you have to go to the transform then. Go to the transform, go to the complete variables. Okay? So moderator effect, it means that we have to create the interaction between these two. Because moderator says we want to see whether the moderator moderating the effect of IV and VV. It means that whether it's changed the strength, whether it's controlled, whether if we put moderator inside, will that relationship of FQ and CS become stronger or weaker? Understand? Yeah? But the mediator just now, we just want to see what happened, how much of the mediation affecting the relationship. How much the mediator affecting the relationship. Moderator means whether if we put the moderator between the relationship between IP and DV, will it make it stronger or weaker? Can you see the difference? Yeah? Okay, now what we need to do, okay, so I will do it in this way. Let's say my moderator is still words of mouth. Can I do? My words of mouth is moderator? Can I do it? Oh yeah, why not? Right? I can do. No, no. I can put anything there. I can put gender there. I can put age. One by one I run. Why not? Can. That's all. Yeah, so it means that's why here, yeah, inside your framework, then you can put mediator here, which is word of mouth, and you can put here moderator as gender. This is what we call the PhD level lah. Yeah, sometimes you see there's they are research frameworks. When you go to the internet, they have so many things, right? It's just moderator and mediator. Independent variable, dependent variables. Now, whatever framework that you see, you will understand it. Yeah? Because you know what is mediator and moderator. Whatever framework you see, you will understand. Okay? Now, what you need to do, last one guys, last one. Okay? Okay. What I need to do, okay? I would like to see whether the relationship between my food quality and customer satisfaction is moderated by the words of mouth. So what I need to do, I need to take my independent variables and I put it inside. Yeah? And this time I multiply it. Kali. With what? With words of mouth. And this one I put it as moderator effect. Boleh ya? I only want use one ya, food quality only. Yeah, later I have to do if you want to go for another one. Okay. Now, okay. Once I okay this one, then go back to the new data. Okay, this one. Make sure yeah. Okay, this one you put back all cases. If not, then you only see the name. Oh, just now I didn't change kan? Male only, right? So meaning that here this mediator just now is for male only. It's not for overall. But it's okay as long as you understand. Yeah? I think for overall it's not 1%. I don't know why. Right? Okay. Then I go to the analyze. This time easy. I just run the regression. Yeah, where's my regression? And then my linear there. Okay. And this time we set my dependent still customer satisfaction. I put it there, but this time I have to put FQ here. I have to put my words of mouth here, and I have to put my interaction here. The interaction between just now, what did I need? Words of mouth times FQ. Right? Why do I do that? Because why? Because remember, regression is average. So, the rules and regulations says this, in order for the FQ to have moderation effect on the CS, once I run this one, I put OK, this moderation effect we only have to see in one side, which is the significance. If it's significance, it means that it's moderating the effect between the FQ and the customer service. It means that words of mouth is moderating the relationship between the customer service and food quality. Understand? Yeah? Confused? Not exactly. But let's run. Yeah? We just want to see whether it's significance or not. Let's see. Significance or not? Significance or not? No. So it doesn't have any moderating effect. Good or not? Because if we think logically, it's supposed to have. But for the Cebu people, don't have. They don't care what people say. Whatever it is, they just go there because on their own terms. The people say it's not good, people say it's expensive, they still go there. That's what it means. So it's good. Because we go out of logic. Yeah? For me, yeah, it's better answer. If it's not, significance. That's what it means by significance or not. Doesn't mean that it's not significant, it's wrong. Yeah? Oh, sorry. Boleh? Okay, and for that, we finish the class. Very tired. Any question? Confusing? No, so? Boleh? Yeah? Sorry. Question.
Okay, just to, I think, just capture a very important point here. Mr. Ahmad, can you do for the correlation analysis? I think this is also is very important for the student when do the reporting. Okay. Okay. Alright. Just to recap, right? Because you are the final project 2, right? You already go through the chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. Yeah? So this is your independent variable. This is your dependent variable. Okay. So after you already what we call confirm your independent variable and also dependent variable, okay, then you go for analysis. Am I right? Okay. Okay, that is the sequel, right? You go for analysis, which is in chapter 4. Chapter 4, your analysis. Okay. So your analysis, right? You must tally with your research objective. Still remember research objective? Right? Remember research objective in your chapter 1 or chapter 2? Research objective chapter 1, chapter 2, student? Chapter 1. Okay. So example, this one, food quality, right? Food quality. This one, customer satisfaction. So in your research objective, how you want to write this one? Food quality and customer satisfaction. How you want to write in your research objective? How you want to write? Between food, problem dia orang write. Right? Food quality and customer satisfaction. In your research objective, how you want to write? To investigate the relationship between food quality and customer satisfaction. Okay? Clear kan? Very clear. And then your second research objective, to investigate the relationship between product, price and customer satisfaction. Okay, clear? And then your third research objective, PE and CS. Clear? Fourth, SQ and CS. Right? So that is your research objective. Right? To investigate relationship between food quality and customer satisfaction. Your research objective. So how you want to prove your research objective using analysis, correct? To investigate the relationship between food quality, the relationship between food quality and customer satisfaction. The relationship meaning that you use correlation analysis. Okay, you see the link between your analysis and your research objective. Understand? Because panel will ask you, right? Okay, panel will ask you. So, how to report this one? This FQ 5.3 kan? Okay, 5.3. Okay, right? Is there any relationship between food quality and customer satisfaction? Ada ke tak ada? 5.63. Ada relationship tak? Ada. The relationship positive or negative? positive, right? So this one is higher or lower relationship. Why? Because there's 0.3 and above. Remember? So this is all the data, information that you need to report in your report. Okay? So meaning that there is a relationship. Your objective achieve or not? Achieve or not achieve? Achieve. So meaning that your objective must be tally with your analysis. Understand? That is very important. Because chapter 1, 2, 3, there is a sequence. Right? Sequence. Because we find out you have your research objective, right? But you have a different analysis. It's not telling. Understand? So you have to recheck your research objective and do correlation. When your research objective to investigate the relationship, obviously you have to use the correlation. Multiple regression just now, you are talking about the most important, the most higher contributor of the variables. Go to this regression, Rahman. Right? So meaning that you already achieved your objective. FQ, FPF, PE, SQ. Now you have to add another research objective, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? What is the number 5 research objective? To investigate the most factors or variables that contribute to this customer satisfaction. That is you use analysis of regression. Understand? So this is the thing that's very important thing that you need to understand. Okay? Research objective and also analysis. So it will answer all your research objective. Right? Prior to research objective is a research question, kan? Research question. So that is a sequence lah. So if you are able to do that, I think there should be no problem in terms of your research project. Okay? That's all lah. I think that one is very, very important. If you wrongly use the analysis, out of this research lah. Okay? So please recheck or please check your research objective, and then you go to this one. If you do the mediator or moderator, plus another one, right? To investigate this moderating effect between this FQ with CS with the influence of word of mouth, another, right? Research objective.